All right. I'm glad you caught that.
Yeah. Let's start over again. Yeah,
Again. So the
yeah.
next class is going to be on vision, mission, strategy, goals, and objectives. We're using the diagram right here just to show the big picture. We'll come back for this diagram at another point. The only thing you need to know is that the mission is the means to getting what you want to get done. A mission follows a strategy and a tactic. A vision is the end result. What does the world look like when you finish? Your vision is going to consist of a goal and objective. Okay, do me a favor and read what is a vision statement.
Yeah, yes, I can do that. So your vision is your dream. It's what your organization believes or the ideal condition for your community. That is how things would look if the issue important to you were perfectly addressed. It might be a world without war, or a community in which all people are treated as equal, regardless of gender or racial background. Whatever your organization dream is, it may be well articulated by one or more vision statement. Vision statement are short phrases or sentences that convey your community's hope for the future. By developing a vision statement or statements, your organization clarifies the belief and governing principle of your organization, first for yourselves, and then for the greater community. Yes, yeah, that makes sense.
So that's a lot of information, but at the end of the day, the vision is just the future. What
the vision is the
does the
future.
world look like when you finish?
I agree.
But I do want to say you this, because this is the language you want to use when you talk to people about your vision. Okay, let's move forward. We're going to look at some examples. Here are some examples of visions. Now, read this right here for me. This paragraph here.
So there are certain characteristics that most vision statements have in common. In general, vision statement should be understood and shared by members of the community. Vision statement should be broad enough to include a diverse variety of local perspective. Vision statement should be inspiring and uplifting to everyone involved in your effort. Vision statement should be easy to communicate. For example, they are generally short enough to fit on a t-shirt. Vision statement should be here.
Okay, before we get to examples, a vision statement should be short. It should inspire people, and it should be able to fit on a t-shirt.
I got you. Okay.
So as you begin to talk about the future for your world, make sure it's short. Make sure it inspires people. It's inspirational. Here are some examples of vision statements. You got one group that wants to do a caring community. Another group, their objective is healthy children. Then you got one group that's inundated with crime. They want to have safe streets and safe neighborhoods. In one neighborhood, they want to make sure every house is a home. The other vision in one group is education for all and peace on earth. Now, the thing about a vision statement is that it can encompass all of these, depending upon what you want the world to look like. What you want to remember is that a vision statement talks about what the world look like when you're finished. Now, read the first paragraph about a mission statement on the first paragraph. Now, we went to vision, now we're coming to mission.
Yeah, so the mission is, so the next piece of the puzzle is to go on your vision in practical term. Yeah, we want to put it in practical term. This is where developing a mission statement, the next step in the action planning process comes in, and an organization mission statement describes what the group is going to do and how it's going to do that. For example, promoting care and caring at the end of life through coalition and advocacy. What is your organization mission statement?
Oh, our mission statement is to provide direct technical skill set to nonprofits to enhance their capacity to effectively service their our community. Our
Okay.
mission is to create a world where nonprofits are strong, productive, and effective.
That's your mission?
That was the vision. The mission,
Yeah, yeah. It's to
the
create a
mission,
world
how
where
we're
non,
gonna do it. What we're
yeah.
gonna do it by providing technical assistance, just like we're doing tonight.
So that, yeah, the
Training
nonprofits
and
are strong,
uh,
technical.
grant writing and strategic planning, all that.
Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. Can you repeat your vision again? It's to
Okay.
create a
The
world.
vision is to create a world where nonprofits have the skill set necessary to effectively improve the quality of life for the people that they service.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
But every mission statement is going to be different. Like
Yeah, yeah.
your mission statement is going to be totally different. And I'm going to work with you to come up with one unique mission and vision statement for your organization. But tonight, I just want to go over the general what it is.
Okay,
And
thank
as
you.
we move forward, we're going to get more specific to your organization.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue on. Read the second paragraph.
Yeah, so mission statement are similar to vision statement, and that they too look at the big picture. However, they are more concrete and they are definitely more action oriented than vision statement. Yeah, more action. The vision statement should inspire people to dream. Your vision, your mission statement should inspire people to action. Yeah, it's a call of action. That's what a mission statement is.
Good. Read that last sentence again.
Yeah, your mission statement should inspire them to action. I agree. I agree.
So you can see the vision is just simply to inspire people, and the mission statement should inspire them through action, like education, affordable housing, reducing crime, and on and on and on.
Mhm.
Don't worry if you don't get all this tonight. I don't expect you to digest all this. The only thing I plan tonight is just for you to have an overview.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
then we're going to take each subject piece by piece.
I got you. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, read some of example of mission statements.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, some examples of mission statements are below. Promoting child health and development through a comprehensive family and community initiative. To create a thriving African American community through development of jobs, education, housing, and cultural pride. So they want to create a thriving African community. So to develop a safe and healthy neighborhood through collaborative planning, community action, and policy advocacy. Promoting community health and development by connecting people, ideas, and resources. Okay, okay, good, good. Yes, I see what they're doing there.
Okay, so you see, the mission talks about how you want to do it.
How you gonna do it? Yes.
The vision just talk about what you're going to do.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
mission talks about how you're going to do it. Like this earlier right here. When they talk about promoting healthy children, we know already that means that particular community has kids that are sick.
Uh-huh.
So that's why their mission is to promote healthy and development through comprehensive family and community initiatives. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep on going. Now, we went through vision, we went through mission. Now we're going to talk about program goals. Now read the first paragraph.
Yeah, a goal is a broad statement of what you wish to accomplish. A goal is really about the final impact or outcome that you wish to bring about.
Okay, that being the case, read the second paragraph.
Yeah, so program goal. Goal should be specific, yes. The result from program service and be in terms that are smarter. That is specific, measurable, acceptable to those working to achieve the goals. The goals should be realistic, timely, extending the capabilities of those working to achieve the goals and rewarding for them as well. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Excellent, man. The goal begin to get even deep. First, you got the vision, big time. Then you got the mission. It's kind of general. And now you got the goals that begin to break down specifically what you're trying to do. So don't forget, goals are SMART, specific, measurable, acceptable, etc. Okay, let's skip over here. Now, here's an example of a goal.
Okay, it will decrease the degree of malnutrition among young children in the Southwest region of Baltimore. Yes, that's a goal. Yeah, specific.
Notice how the goal is specific.
Mhm.
It tells you exactly what it wants to do. It tells you who, and it tells you where.
Mhm.
Well, what do we want to do? Decrease malnutrition. For who? Young children. Where? Southwest region of Baltimore. See how the goal begin to get specific about how you plan to do what you want to do.
Mhm.
Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, read that first paragraph.
Yeah, so program goals, a broad and future-oriented statement of the desire.
Okay, good. That being the case, let's go to strategies. We talked about vision, mission. We talked about goals. Now let's talk about strategies. Read what a strategy is.
Yeah, is the approach that you will take, yeah, how you will accomplish the goals. The goal is how you accomplish the mission. The mission is how you accomplish the vision.
Excellent. Now, for me, read this right here about strategy here.
Yeah, so strategy is the plan of action, method, process, or specific step taken to accomplish a goal. Yes, in a strategic plan on or an objective and a comeback.
Well, that's enough. That's all you need to read. Just to get an understanding that a strategy is an action plan on how you plan to bring about your goal. So let's continue on. Here's some examples of program strategy. Read some examples of program strategies.
Yeah, so some program strategies, conduct high school equivalency training program to drop out from Minneapolis High School. Another one is to provide free transportation to enrollees in the program. Another one is to provide subsidized childcare to enrollees in the program. Yeah.
So what they're saying here, in order for us to reach our goal, these are some things that we have to do. First, we have to educate those that are dropping out of school. Second, we have to provide transportation for them to get to us. And thirdly, because most of them are going to have kids, we need to provide subsidized daycare for those that's enrolled in our program. All right, let's continue on. Do not worry if we get all this tonight, because we're going to be doing this for the next 3 weeks. So this is just week 1. Here's another, no, we don't need to do that. We don't need that. Let me see the next slide. Now, we talked about vision, mission, goal,
strategy.
Now we're talking about objectives.
Good.
What an objective is.
Yeah, so an objective is so your objectives specify the outcome of your project, the end product. They are tangible. You want to keep going?
So objective is talking about the final outcome that you plan to bring about. Now, tell me about the different types of objectives.
Yeah, so they can be behavioral. There's performance objective, there's a process, there's a product.
So as you see, there are different types of objectives depending upon what you're trying to do. It's so important that you understand the language. So if you're talking to somebody, to say to them, our goal is to behavioral as well as process, as well as performance. Bam, something like that. What we're learning now is a language to use when you're talking to people. Okay, let's keep on you on. What should all objectives be?
So yeah, they should be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Yes, I agree.
So just remember, just like the goal, objectives have to be smart. Okay, we're going to look at what they're talking about, and we're only going to do the first paragraph of most of these paragraphs. Now, what is specific?
Yeah, so the specific part of an objective tells us what will change for whom in concrete terms. What change you can bring. Yes.
What is measurable?
Yeah, so measurable is you have to be able to quantify it, Can you measure it? Yes.
Good. Excellent. What is attainable and achievable?
Yeah. So can you get it done in a purpose time or frame, with the resource and support that you have available?
Excellent. Now let's go to the last two. Relevant. What do we mean by relevant?
Yeah, relevant is it relates to the relationship between the objectives and the overall goals of the program.
Excellent.
Or the purpose of the intervention.
And last?
Yeah, it has to be time bound, so there has to be a time to it.
Yes, because if you're doing something, you have to say within the next year, within the next 5 years, but you have to quantify by talking about time bound. Okay, good. You can read this at your leisure. Let me see if there's anything I need you to read. Yeah, here's one objective. Go down to considered example, right down here.
Yeah, by February 15, 2006.
Oh, that's telling you what time.
Yeah, it tells you the time. Yes, we want to increase by 4 the number of community health centers.
That's specific.
Yes, you're right. In the state, it tells you the place that have incorporated into the clinic system electronic medical record with reminders of treatment protocol. So
this covers all of those things we're talking about: time bound, specific, attainable, achievable. All of this is a criteria for it to be what type of objective? A smart objective.
A smart objective, yes.
Okay, excellent. Let's continue. Okay, we don't need that. Yeah, read this right here and talk about the difference between a goal and an objective.
So yeah, objectives and goals are also what, not hows, but they are smaller than the mission.
So the mission talks about the how. How are we going to do it? The objective talks about the what. No, the mission, so the goals and objectives talk about the what, and the mission talks about the how. Okay, here's an example of SMART objectives. This is the model, logic model that they use. We'll learn this throughout the presentation. Okay, let me see if we need to read all of this. Now we can skip this. We're going to skip this because this, when you get this, you're going to see there are different types of objectives: short-term, medium, and long-term objectives. I think I'm going to be able to get you out here in an hour. Yeah, you can read all this right here when you get this. This is going to get in more detail about what we're talking about. Okay, and then at the end, it's going to give you examples. So let's go here, go to program goal and read about the program goal to the program activity.
Yeah, so program goal, example could be to decrease risk behavior associated with HIV infection among students within the district. Yeah, it's very specific, it tells you the numbers, it's attainable. Yes.
Talks about the strategy.
Yeah, program strategy, we want to form a community partnership that advocates for HIV prevention, education in school. Yes, that's how we're gonna do it.
Talk about the objective.
Objective, so yeah, so by February 28, 2009, we want to convene for meetings of a new community partnership group for HIV education in school. Yes.
And talk about the activities.
Yeah, what we're gonna do, we're gonna create we're gonna create criteria for identifying partnership members. We're gonna recruit the members, convene meetings, and document the meetings.
So you see how everything flows? From the goal to the strategy, to the objective, to the activity. Okay. Now, every class, I always at the end of every class, give me 2 things that you learned tonight that you didn't know.
You know how basically the vision is basically after you are done, what basically you want the world to look like.
Excellent. Excellent.
What the vision is. And another thing I consider that I learned is
that's good. This is the first class. So I'll let you get past. But remember, every time we do a class, at the end, I'm always gonna have 2 things that you learned from the class. So next week, we're going to follow up in more detail and take everything piece by piece.
Okay.
We're going to begin to look at what are your goals, your objectives, your strategies, and things of that nature.
Okay.
So this is lesson 1. We're talking about by the time we finish, going to be about 9 different lessons.
Okay. Okay.
One lesson is going to talk about how do you evaluate. Another is going to talk about board training. It's going to cover a whole wide spectrum of different things. I will guarantee you by the time we finish, you're going to look at me and say, Mike, this is worth every penny that I spend. Because you're going to say, I'm thinking differently now. Now I understand how to maneuver through this thing that they call nonprofits and grant writing.
Very good, very good. Looking forward to it.
Excellent. Anything that you want to say before we get out here tonight?
I wanted to talk about like tax, but we can talk to that over the phone since it's not
because like,
related
we're
to this.
Still waiting for the IRS for your decision.
We
wanted to file no taxes until that's completed, until they approve you. So more likely you'll be filing for next year's taxes.
We wanted to actually file the tax without that, since the organization is in function. We wanted to. We're okay with filing without it. So I wanted to. Do you do that?
No, IRS do not accept it unless you're a recognized nonprofit.
So
we have to wait until they get that 501, till you get your 501c3 status. Now you can file your own individual taxes, but as a corporation, and we're going to talk about that also in organizational capacity section of the lessons that we're going to go through. First, IRS has to recognize you as a 501c3. So then you file the taxes.
So if IRS does not, what if technically IRS recognizes us since we have the EIN and the state recognizes us.
No. You remember the 1023 application I completed for y'all and we're waiting for? That's the one that has to be approved by IRS.
So if IRS
does not make you an organization, it just gives you a number that you can use when you do apply to be a 501c3 corporation. Now, you have been recognized by the state of Florida as a nonprofit.
Yeah, we have with the article of
now we're waiting for IRS to approve you as a 501c3 corporation.
So if IRS does not approve those as a 501c3 organization, we cannot file taxes. Is that what this means? Or?
Well, first of all, they're going to approve. I haven't had anybody.
I'm saying like, let's say
they approve you, you're going to have to file for 2000. You have to file in 2023. No, you will have to file in 2024 for 2023.
I know there's a late charge to that. So what we're getting at is we are not able to file taxes until we get that 501c3
exactly.
The correct?
Exactly.
I didn't know that.
Because they will reject you if you try to file taxes. They're going to say we haven't recognized you as an organization. So You can't file taxes until we recognize you and give you the status of a 501c3.
Oh, so what you're saying is any organization that does not have a 501c3 status cannot file taxes, correct?
Well, any organization to file taxes, but the problem is if you file taxes and you're not a 501c3, you're gonna be taxed.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
they're gonna tax you for any money you bring in, they're gonna tax you. That's why you want to be tax exempt, so you won't be taxed.
okay. Do you do taxes or nonprofit taxes?
Yeah, yeah. When we're
Yeah.
ready, I'll do the taxes. Once you approve, I'll do the taxes for next year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How much do you charge for taxes to do
For
taxes?
the first time, free for the first year.
Oh, okay. That's free for the first year. Okay.
Yeah. But when y'all start making big money, that's when y'all want to hire an accountant to come in.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
right now, because you ain't got no money, it's easy to file.
Oh, I got you. Do
But
you
in
think?
later years, you're going to bring in a certified accountant to work with you and your nonprofit to manage the money.
Okay. Do you think do you think they're gonna charge us a late fee for doing it? I think they will. How
No,
much?
they won't. They won't charge you a late fee.
Okay.
The only way they could charge you a late fee if you was a standing operating 501c recognized for them. That's when the clock starts.
Okay. Okay. I got you. I got
It
you.
doesn't start until they approve it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, because you can't charge you for something that doesn't exist until they approve you. That's when the clock starts, and they will penalize you at that point.
Mhm.
Once they recognize you and you're not filing taxes, that's when you'll be penalized.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. I see what you're saying.
But
'Cause-
that's the purpose of taking these classes, so you can know.
Okay. Okay. Good.
You
Good.
don't know until you know, and that's why I'm happy you taking these classes, so you can be in a better position to know how you operate.
Okay. Good. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good. I'll be sending this out to you this evening, and I'll talk to you. We'll get ready for the next class.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank